And then he was going to give himself for sacrifice and die for all their sins. Now he was going to bear for all their sins, and then all their sins was laid upon him. The men that raped the little bitty babies, the men that had sex with the little daughters, the men that were murdering their mothers, the men that were stealing from y'all, like the preachers that go in today, he said all the sin on this person. Yeah,
Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm Yahudah ben Israel, the Hebrew servant of the Most High Yah, that came to the earth to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, today's topic is what Yahweh want us to do. Now, I'm gonna break the word "do" down, and I'm gonna show you beyond a shadow of a doubt what Yahweh put you on earth to do. Now, I'm gonna first start off, and I'm gonna break the word "do" down. Look up this word "do," and I'll let this blue spot it. Yeah.
Do, to perform or accomplish.
To perform and accomplish. Read up loud. Talk up loud.
To carry out the requirements of, fulfill or complete. To create, compose or make. To bring about, effect. To put into action, exert.
Action. Do mean action. Read.
To work at for a living. To present or perform, stage.
Okay. Now let's look up in this book.
Do, to work at or carry out an action.
Action. Carry out action. Read.
Perform.
Perform.
To finish.
Finish.
To bring about, cause. To put forth. To take care of, attend to be right for the purpose.
Okay. Now that's what the word "do" mean. Now I'm gonna go to the scriptures and prove you on a shadow of doubt what Yahweh expect for a man and a woman to do. Okay, go to Exodus 19. And another thing, the Almighty never commanded us to go to church, to wear a cross, to be baptized, and to do like the Gentiles. He never commanded us to do that. And I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of doubt that the New Testament say that you're supposed to do all that. Be baptized, go to church, and wear a cross. Okay, go to Exodus 19. Start at the 7th verse.
Exodus chapter 19 verse 7. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all these words which Yahweh commanded him.
Was Yahweh commanding him?
And all the people answered together and said, all that Yahweh hath spoken we will do.
And the people answered, all Yahweh said we would do.
And Moses returned the words of the people unto Yahweh.
And Moses went back and told Yahweh what the people said. Read.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Moses, go unto the people.
Okay, yeah, that's all I wanted. But yeah, we're supposed to serve Yah. Okay, go to Exodus 24. Exodus 24, and I'm going to start at the 3rd verse.
Exodus chapter 24 verse 3. And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which Yahweh has said we will do.
Now they say they gonna do now. Read.
And Moses wrote all the words of Yahweh, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offer burnt offerings, and sacrifice peace offerings of oxen unto Yahweh. And Moses took half of the blood, and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant, and read in the audience of the people. And they said, all that Yahweh have said we will do, and be obedient.
Now that's what they said. We're gonna obey Yah, not go to church, not believe in JC, and none of that junk. We ain't gonna do that. Okay, go to Leviticus chapter 26. Let's start with the first verse.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 1. Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land, to bow down unto it. For I am Yahweh your Elohim. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths, and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahweh. If ye walk in my statutes, and keep my commandments, and do them.
See, the Almighty wants you to do, not talk. When I run your mouth, He wants you to do. Do is action.
Then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit.
Okay. Okay, Leviticus 26 of 13. So yeah, 20, not 13. Yeah, 13.
Leviticus 26 and 13. I am Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen. And I have broken the bands of your yoke, and made you go upright. But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments,
But if you won't do it, read.
and if ye shall despise my statutes,
Because anybody on this earth that don't keep His laws and statutes and commandments, they despise them. They hate the Most High. Read.
or if your soul abhor my judgments,
Abhor means hate. Hate is judgment.
so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you.
Okay, the Almighty says, since y'all don't want to keep my laws and statutes and commandments, I'm going to do something to you. What He going to do to you?
I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ague.
Consumption is TB, tuberculosis, and terror is boy, what's going on right now.
The burning ague that shall consume the eyes, and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain.
In other words, the Almighty going to plague and punish you and curse you for not keeping His laws. Read.
For your enemies shall eat it,
And the enemy's going to eat you up.
and I will set my face against you,
And the Almighty going to be against you on every way. Don't care how you pray. Don't care how you go to Him. When you ain't keeping His laws, He don't hear nothing you say.
and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
That's right. That's when this white man can get over and do how he want to do. Give you 100 years in jail, kill you, shoot you in the back, do what he want to do. And ain't nothing justice going to be did, because this is the curse that the Most High put up on us for being hard-headed, stiff-necked, and rebellious. This is our punishment. Don't be mad at yourself for breaking Yahweh's laws. Read.
They that hate you shall reign over you,
The people that hate you gonna raid over you, and this Gentile hate you. That's when he the boss. You got to go to him for driver license. You have to go to Walmart to his store. You have to go and do everything. You got to go buy his cars. You don't own and run that. You got to go to his bank and borrow his money to get a loan. You always got to go to the Gentile to get whatever. Read.
and ye shall flee when none pursueth
And
you.
scared to death. Outside at dark time, you hear something, you start running. Scared to death.
And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins.
Because when you don't do what Yahweh say do, He going to punish you and plague you and curse you. That's reading this evil that's up on us. on us, because we transgressed the law. Read.
And I will break the pride of your power.
You ain't gonna have no power. What verse you at?
19.
Okay.
And I will make your heaven as iron, and your earth as brass, and your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the field, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruits. And if ye walk contrary unto me, and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins.
So when you don't obey the Almighty, that's right, He gonna plague you with these sins.
I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children, and destroy your cattle, and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate.
That's right. Okay, let's go to Numbers 15. Still talking about what Yahweh want us to do. Let's see, 15. Yeah, 15, and start at the 38th verse.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribband of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of Yahweh, and do them.
Not only to remember all the commandments, but do them. He said He wants you to do them. Remember them and do them. Read.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes.
See, when you go out to your own heart and your own eyes, you'll put a cross on. You'll go to church. You'll let somebody baptize you, and you'll eat this old bad food, pork and ham and all this old mess. When you fall out in your own heart, read.
After which ye used to go a whoring,
Go a horn.
that ye may remember and do all my commandments.
We're supposed to remember and do all His commandments.
And be holy unto your Elohim.
And that's the only way that you're going to be holy and a saint and 100 in the eyes of Yah.
I am Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your Elohim. I am Yahweh your Elohim.
That's right. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 6. Deuteronomy 6 and 24 and 25.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 24. And Yahweh commanded us to do all these statutes.
He commanded us to do them. He didn't command us to go no church. He didn't command us to be baptized. He didn't command us to wear no cross. Read that again. This is what He commanded us to do.
And Yahweh commanded us to do all these statutes.
All these statutes.
To fear Yahweh our Elohim for our good always, that He might preserve us alive, as it is at this day. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments.
See, the commandments is righteousness. That's what make you 100. That's what make you right in the eyes of Yah. Doing His commandments. Read.
Before Yahweh our Elohim, as He hath commanded us.
Now, when a person command you to do something, you supposed to do it. Well, when Yahweh command you to do something, you supposed to do it. You listen to the white folks and the black folks. When they command you to do something, you do what they say do. Now, why you can't do what Yah say do? You got to be a fool to listen to a man over Yah. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 9.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 9. Know therefore that Yahweh thy Elohim, He is Elohim, the faithful Elohim, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love Him and keep His commandments to 1,000 generations.
You got the only way to love Yah, you got to keep His commandments. So if anybody out there ain't keeping His commandments, you're a lie. You don't love Yah. Read.
And repayeth them that hate Him to their face.
And the ones that hate Him, the ones that don't keep His commandments, hate Him, so He gonna repay you to your face. So ain't no sense you crying and looking crazy when He break it off in you. Read.
To destroy them.
And He gonna destroy them. All y'all out there that's not keeping His laws, all y'all that's going to church and wearing crosses and being baptized. He's gonna destroy all y'all. Read.
He will not be slack to him that hated him.
And he ain't gonna regret that he did it to you. He ain't gonna be slack. He ain't gonna hesitate to break it off in you. Read.
He will repay him to his face.
You gonna get paid to your face.
Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them.
To do them, not talk about them. To do them. Most people talking. You got to do them. Read.
Wherefore it shall come to pass, if he hearken to these judgments and keep them and do them.
And do them. Study talking about do them. All through the book. I'm gonna show you all day today. Do. The word do. Do them. Read.
That Yahweh thy Elohim shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers.
That's right.
And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb and the fruit of thy land, thy corn and thy wine and thine oil, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep, and the land which he swore unto thy fathers to give thee. Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you.
Now the Almighty said you're gonna be blessed above all people. And the reason why we ain't not blessed today, because we ain't keeping this law. We cursed above all people right now today. I mean, everybody, this black, everything evil happening to the black man and the black woman. Read.
Or among your cattle. And Yahweh will take away from thee all sickness.
See, when you keep his commandments, he gonna take away diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attack, whatever wrong with you. I ain't gonna name all them diseases because I didn't forget all of them. But anyway, if you got a disease, the Almighty will heal it if you keeping his laws. Read.
And will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt.
He ain't gonna put these evil diseases up on you if you obey his, do his laws. What you ain't gonna do? I know you ain't gonna do it. That's when you're gonna stay sick and die. Bye. Read.
Which thou knowest upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee.
And all they gonna lay him up all the one that hate him. So when you don't keep it, when you don't do his laws, you hate Yah. I don't care what you say or who you are. If you don't do his laws, you hate him. Read.
And thou shalt consume all the people which Yahweh thy Elohim shall deliver thee. Thy eye shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto thee.
And so when you go to church and believe in the New Testament, that's a snare to you. You're gonna be tricked, brainwashed, bamboozled, and fooled and hooked and tricked. In other words, you're right. Okay, what's the go to Deuteronomy chapter 11. The Almighty never demanded us to go to church, wear a cross, to be baptized, get a pimp, preach 10% of your money. He never told us to do none of that. But I'm gonna show you what the New Testament say about what you're supposed to do over there. Okay, what I say 11. Let's go to 13.
Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 13. And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments.
And diligently means seriously. Hearken seriously to his commandments,
which I command you this day.
Which he commanded us today that you living right now.
To love Yahweh your Elohim.
To love Yah.
And to serve him with,
go ahead, to serve him.
With all your heart.
With all your heart. Not part of it, most of it, a little of it. All your heart.
And with all your soul.
And with all your soul.
That I will give you the rain of your land and his due season, the first rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil. And I will send grass in thy fields for thy cattle, that thou mayest eat and be full. Take heed to yourselves, that your heart be not deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods.
And see, when you go to church, your heart gonna be deceived, because that's another God up in that church. That's JC. That's another God. Read.
And worship them.
And worship JC.
And then Yahweh's wrath be kindled against you.
And the Almighty gonna be mad at you for going to church and calling up on JC. He ain't never told you to do that. And he never told you to go no church and do that. Read.
And he shut up the heaven, that there be no rain, and that the land yield not her fruit, and lest ye perish quickly from off the good land which Yahweh giveth you. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart,
Lay up the almighty words in your heart. Be glad to keep it and do it.
and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes.
Always thinking about the commandments and laws to do them.
And ye shall teach them your children,
See, you're supposed to teach these to your children. You ain't taught your children the laws and statutes, commandments, and judgment. That's mean they're getting killed and dying. All you want to do is teach them, to send them to school and let the Gentiles teach them. But you don't want to teach them at home the laws, the statutes, and precept and judgment. Yeah, you'd rather send them to school and let the white folks teach them. Read.
speaking of them when thou sittest in thine house,
And when you sit down with your kids, you're supposed to talk about Yah and the commandment in the house. Read.
and when thou walkest by the way,
And when y'all walking up and down in the house, walking past each other, holler hallelujah.
when thou liest down,
Before you go to bed at night, you talk about Yah.
and when thou risest up,
Early in the morning when you get up, have Yah on your mind.
and thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thine house,
Hang them up on your house. Hang the commandments and the laws up on your house.
and upon thy gates,
And up on the gate outside, if you got a gate outside.
that your days may be multiplied,
Boy, you're going to live a long time when you praise Yah and keep his and do his laws.
and the days of your children,
Even your children, they're going to live a long time when they praise Yah and do his commandments and laws.
in the land which Yahweh sweareth unto your fathers to give them,
And wherever you at in this land, Rick,
as the days of heaven upon the earth.
that's right.
For if ye shall diligently keep all these commandments,
If you seriously keep Yahweh's commandments,
which I command you to do them,
not just talk about them, you got to do them too. The word do is right there.
to love Yahweh your Elohim,
And the only way you're going to do his laws, the only way you're going to love Yah, you got to do his laws
to walk in all his ways,
and walk in all of Yahweh's ways.
and to cleave unto him.
That way get close to Yah.
Then will Yahweh drive out all these nations from before you,
Then he going to get rid of your enemies.
and ye shall possess greater nations,
And you're going to be over everybody
and mightier than yourselves.
and mightier than yourself.
Every place whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours,
That's right.
from the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the uttermost sea shall your coast be. There shall no man be able to stand before you.
Ain't no man gonna be able to do nothing with you, because when Yah with you, who can be against you? If Yah is with you, who can be against you? Read.
For Yahweh your Elohim shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land that ye shall tread upon, as he have said unto you.
That's right.
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
Now he gonna set before you this day a blessing. We're gonna see what you're gonna do to be blessed, and he gonna show you what you're gonna do to be cursed. Read.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of Yahweh your Elohim, which I command you this day, and a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of Yahweh your Elohim, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known.
And Moses didn't know JC. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob didn't know JC. Jeremiah, Daniel, Ezekiel, Hananiah, they didn't know nothing about no JC, so that was another deity. That was another God. So that's what we're talking about. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy 15. Now he just showed you how you're going to be blessed and how you're going to be cursed. Now, take it at face value. Let me see. What I say? 15? Yeah. Deuteronomy 15, 5 and 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 5. Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim, to observe to do all these commandments which I command thee this day. For Yahweh thy Elohim blessed thee,
He will bless thee,
as he promised thee,
and as he had promised thee, if you do these commandments,
And thou shalt lend unto many nations,
Right now, this talking about us because we ain't got nothing to lend nobody. You can't even lend your brother or sister no money because you ain't got none.
but thou shalt not borrow.
And every time you look up, a nigga borrowing some money. Borrowing money now, because this is talking about us. We the borrowingest people in the world.
And thou shalt reign over many
And
nations,
we ain't reigning over nobody. You can't even run your own household. You ain't running over no other nations. You can't even run your house right. So this is talking about us. Read.
but they shall not reign over thee.
And the other people ain't gonna reign over us. Why? Because we done kept the laws and statutes and the judgment commandment. That's why they ain't gonna run over. That's right. Okay, 15. Was that 6?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want. Okay, go to Deuteronomy 19. Still talking about what y'all want us to do in this world and right now, today. Deuteronomy 19, 7. Start at 7 verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 7. Wherefore I command thee, saying, Thou shalt separate 3 cities for thee, and if Yahweh thy Elohim enlarge thy coast, as he have sworn unto thy fathers, and give thee all the land which he promised to give unto thy fathers.
All we had to do was do right. Do what Yah say do. We wouldn't do it. Read.
If thou shalt keep all these commandments to do them,
Keep all of them and do them.
which I command thee this day, to love Yahweh thy Elohim, to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee, beside these 3.
Okay, but we wouldn't do right. We never did right. That's when we ain't on top. That's when we all at the bottom right now today because we didn't obey Yah. That's right. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 27. 27, 8 verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 8. And thou shalt write upon the stones all the words of this law very plainly. And Moses and the priests, the Levites, spake unto all Israel, saying, Take heed and hearken, O Israel, this day thou art become the people of Yahweh thy Elohim.
And the only way you can become the people of Yah is keep his laws and do his laws.
Thou shalt therefore obey the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim,
Obey Yah, not JC. Don't listen to JC. Obey Yah.
and do his commandments
And do Yahweh's commandments
and his statutes,
and his statutes,
which I command thee this day.
which he command you the day you living right now.
And Moses charged the people the same day, saying, These shall stand upon Mount Gerizim to.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's all I wanted with that 10 verse. Right, okay. Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 7. 1 through 7, yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim, to observe and to do all his commandments,
Do all his commandments.
which I command thee this day,
All through this book, I'm showing you what Yahweh wants you to do.
that Yahweh thy Elohim will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim.
And we wouldn't do it. That's when we're at the bottom right now, because we wouldn't do the commandments. Read.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city,
And we ain't gonna never be blessed in the city, because we ain't gonna never keep his laws like he want us to do. Keep his commandments. Read.
and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Yahweh shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways.
Okay, now that's the blessing if you keep the commandment, but we didn't keep the commandment. That's when we're under the curse right now. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy 30. Okay. Deuteronomy 1 and 30. 1 through 16, yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither Yahweh thy Elohim have driven thee, and shall return unto Yahweh thy Elohim, and shall obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day.
And our people got a problem with obeying Yahweh's voice, but you ain't got a problem obeying your master at work, the white man. You obey what he say. Why? Because he gonna give you some money. So you put the white man, your boss man at work over Yah. You a fool. Read.
Thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then Yahweh thy Elohim will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations.
So that's how we gonna get out of bondage and slavery. We got to turn to Yah. We can't turn to church. We can't turn to JC. We can't turn to Pastor Holmes and TDJ. You got to turn to Yah. He the only one can save you and deliver you out of your troubles and your pain. Read.
Whether Yahweh thy Elohim has scattered thee.
Wherever you at, don't matter on earth. Yah, he'll be with you if you obey him and do what he say do.
If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will Yahweh thy Elohim gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And Yahweh thy Elohim will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Now why is he gonna do thee good? Because you didn't turn to Yah. You doing what Yah say do.
And Yahweh thy Elohim will circumcise thy heart and the heart of thy seed, to love Yahweh thy Elohim with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And Yahweh thy Elohim will put all these curses upon thy
Now
enemies,
he'll take your heart disease, your diabetes, high blood pressure, and put it up on your enemy. He'll take it from you and put it up on your enemy. It's cold blooded right here. Read.
and on them that hate thee,
And all the people that hate you, the Almighty gonna curse and plague them.
which persecuted thee,
And that robbed you and persecuted you and did you wrong.
and thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahweh, and do all his commandments.
That's right. Return. What do return mean? Return mean go back and do what Yah say. He don't care nothing about you doing wrong, but today do wrong today and tomorrow you do right. Turn back. Read that again.
And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahweh,
Return and obey Yah.
and do all his commandments,
That's right.
which I command thee this day.
Do his commandments. Read.
And Yahweh thy Elohim will make thee plenteous in every work of thy hand,
Everything you do, you're gonna prosper at it. The Almighty gonna bless you, and you gonna be having a ball at this time.
in the fruit of thy body,
That's right.
and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land, for good. For Yahweh will again rejoice over thee for good.
And why is he gonna rejoice over you for good? Because you done went back to Yah and started keeping his laws, his statutes, his precepts, judgment, commandment. You stop going to church, you stop wearing a cross, and you stop believing in baptism and all these pagan holidays, all this junk that America do. Read.
As he rejoiced over thy fathers. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim,
He said, if you do it. Read.
to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law,
Which was written in the Torah, the Old Testament.
and if thou turn unto Yahweh thy Elohim with all thine heart and with all thy soul, for this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee,
It's not hidden from you. Don't make no excuse about keeping his law. It ain't hidden from you. I'm reading it to you today.
neither is it far off.
It ain't far off. It's right here. I'm reading it to you today.
It is not in heaven,
I ain't with no heaven that got this law.
that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven?
Make an excuse why you can't keep the laws. Somebody need to go up to heaven. That's a lie. That's right. The book popping it. Read.
and bring it unto us,
Stop making excuses why you can't keep the law. Somebody got to go to heaven to get us the law because we don't. Man, stop it. Read.
that we may hear it,
And you're hearing it today. The Almighty raised me up to let you know
and do it.
and do it.
Neither is it beyond the sea, that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us,
It ain't in the sea.
and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it? But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth
I'm popping it right now out of my mouth. It's right here on this table while I'm reading it.
and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it.
And it is in my heart to do it.
See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil, and that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy Elohim, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
That's the only way you're going to live a long time. Keep his laws. Read.
And Yahweh thy Elohim shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
And you will be blessed without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, that's Deuteronomy 20. What was it? 20. It was 30. No, it was 30. Okay. Let me go to Deuteronomy 32. Okay, Deuteronomy 32. 44, I think. Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 44.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses came and spake all the words of this song in the ears of the people, he and Hoshea the son of Nun. And Moses made an end of speaking all these words to all Israel. And he said unto them, set your hearts unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children to observe to do,
To do.
all the words of this law.
See, we're supposed to do all the words of this law. We ain't supposed to go no church. We ain't supposed to be wearing no cross and be baptized. I ain't read in the book yet where he told us to do that. But the whole world been brainwashed, bamboozled, and hoodwinked. The whole world is going to church. The whole world is wearing a cross. The whole world believe in baptism. Boy, y'all a fool. Read.
For it is not a vain thing for you, because it is your life.
This is our life to do what Yahweh say do. This is the way of life.
And through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land,
And you're going to prolong your days in the land.
whether ye go over Jordan to possess it. And Yahweh spake unto Moses.
Okay, that's all. Yeah, I want. That's all I want. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 8. Okay, I almost forget the 8. Okay, start the first verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 1. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do,
So you're supposed to do them,
that ye may live
that you may live
and multiply,
and have plenty of kids
and go in and possess the land
and run the land.
which Yahweh swore unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh the Elohim led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
Keep his commandments or no.
And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man do it not live by bread only,
We don't live by bread on. We don't just supposed to live by food. You get food. Now watch this. It's corn right here.
but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh do man live.
You live by every word that the Yahweh say do. Not just you live by potatoes and beans and greens and hemp and all this food. You need more than food to live. Now read that again because that's cold blooded. Start all over.
And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man do it not live by bread only,
The man don't only just live by food only, breed.
but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh doth man live.
That's how you live. But what Yahweh say do? You need food and you need Yahweh's word to live. That's right. That's corn right there. Okay, let me go to I think Ecclesiastes. Yeah, I think yeah. Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Okay, 12 and 13.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's what a man was put on earth to keep Yahweh's laws, his commandment. That's your duty. Read.
For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
The Almighty gonna judge you according to the commandment. Everything you done did good and everything that you done did evil. Okay, now let me go to the New Testament and prove this other book and show you what the New Testament say do. Okay, go to 1 Corinthians. Let me go to this line book for y'all for a minute. I ain't gonna be real long, but I just want to prove a point. I got to show you these lies. Okay, so let's see. 1 Corinthians 4 and 17.
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17.
You're in the New Testament. Let them know you're in the New Testament.
It's the New Testament. For this cause have I sent unto you Timotheus, who is my beloved son,
That's who his beloved son,
and faithful in the Lord,
and faithful in God.
who shall bring you into remembrance of my ways which be in JC,
JC.
as I teach everywhere in every church.
See, he teaching the New Testament teach in every church. You never read in the Torah or the Tanakh or the Old Testament where it say nothing about no church. When you get over to the New Testament, that's where y'all got it from, going to church. Okay, now let me show you about this cross. Let's go to Luke. New Testament say go to church, and I'm gonna show you about the cross. What I say, Luke. Yeah, I gotta go back. Luke 9. Mhm. Luke chapter 9, 23.
Luke chapter 9, verse 23. And he said to them all,
Now JC talking, this JC talking right here.
if any man will come after me,
And JC said, if any man come after him,
let him deny himself
let him deny himself. Don't worry about yourself.
and take up his cross daily
Take up his cross daily. You're supposed to wear a cross daily, he say.
and follow me.
And then you follow him. Because without your cross, you can't follow him. That's what he's saying. You got to have a cross to follow JC. Okay, 14 and 27, Luke. See how brainwashing this book is? The Almighty ain't never told you to go to church and wear no cross and being baptized and all this old junk. 14 and 27.
Luke chapter 14, verse 27. And whosoever do not...
No, hold on. What I say? Luke 14 and 27. Okay, I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, 27.
And whosoever do not bear his cross.
It said now this JC talking, he said who don't ever bear his cross, mean wear his cross.
And come after me.
And then you come after me.
Cannot be my disciple.
Anybody that don't wear a cross can't be his disciple. That's what JC said. That was this poison book, brainwashing book said. That's all. Yeah, that's all I needed. Now, let's go about the baptism. Mark. Mark 16:16. The Almighty never told us to go to church, wear a cross, be baptized, and all this old junk. Okay, 16:16. See how this book is messed up? What I say, Mark 16, yeah, read 16:16.
Mark chapter 16, verse 16. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved.
See how JC say? He said, whoever believes in him and is baptized gonna be saved. You know that's a lie.
But
That's a lie. Go ahead.
But he that believeth not shall be damned.
And whoever don't believe in baptism and believe him going to hell gonna be damned. So I guess I'm going according to the New Testament. I'm gone, but I don't believe that junk. Okay, let's go to 10, chapter 10, 10 and 38 and 39.
Mark chapter 10, verse 38.
Now this JC saying you're gonna be baptized.
But JC said unto them,
Now JC talking now.
Ye know not what ye ask.
You know not what you ask.
Can ye drink of the cup that I drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? And they said unto him, We can. And JC said unto them, Ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the baptism that I am baptized withal shall ye be baptized.
See, JC recommended baptism. He say be baptized. Yahweh ain't never told you to be baptized. If you can show me in the Old Testament, Yahweh said be baptized, I'll send you $500. Shit, that's a lie. Okay, now let me show you that the New Testament say you can eat any kind of meat. Let's go to First Corinthians. Then I'm getting on up out of here. I think I even came over here, but I got to prove a point. Let the world know this book ain't no good. This book is not no good at all. Only thing the New Testament is good for if you run out of toilet tissue and if you got a puppy, you want to house break him and train him, put the paper down out the New Testament, let him poop on that. That's what the New Testament only good for. 10 to 27. Now the New Testament say you can eat anything.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 27. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast.
If the ones that don't believe in nothing but invite you to a feast, now you know what's at a feast. All kind of food is at a feast. You got pork and beef at a feast. Read.
And ye be disposed to go.
And you be made to go to this feast where they eating all this food at.
Whatsoever is set before you.
And if somebody fix your plate and they got pork chops, ham hocks, and bacon, and then fat back on the plate,
eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
It say eat it and don't question it. Don't worry about where it come from or who made it or how it was made or what kind of animal it is. Just say eat it. Now read that again, boy. That's corn right there.
If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast.
Invite you into a feast, and you know what's at a feast.
And ye be disposed to go.
And you be made to go.
Whatsoever is set before you.
Whatever they put on your plate and set it in front of you.
Eat.
Eat it.
Asking no question for conscience sake.
And don't worry about where it come from or what kind of grease is made or whatever kind of meat it is. Man, I ain't studying this book. Let's get up out of here. I ain't studying it. Okay. There's anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, I think that'll be it. Yeah. So I prove beyond a shadow of a doubt today that Yahweh say do his laws, his statutes, his precepts, and his judgment commandment, which the world won't do and ain't gonna do. That's when they being plagued and cursed and punished. Now, he never told you to do no church, do no cross, or do no eating this all this old bad meat and believing in JC. He never told us to do that. So you got that from the New Testament, which the New Testament is a liar. It's a lie that the Piso family wrote and Marcion wrote, and they was Gentiles. Listen to these Gentiles. So I'm gonna close out, and I'm gonna give all honor and glory and praise to Yahweh by saying Hallelujah, Hallelujah, praise the mighty Yah. Shalom.